The Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool turned green last month, and it turns out the reason comes down to a promotional event, a set of bulky machines, and a very tight timeline. For weeks, the National Park Service had been running what are called nanobubblers around the perimeter of the reflecting pool. These are temporary water purification machines designed to prevent algae from blooming in the water. They're not exactly subtle, encased in black fencing and powered by large generators. They're described as something of an eyesore. But on June 12, the Trump administration held a promotional event at the Lincoln Memorial tied to President Trump's Ultimate Fighting Championship birthday celebration at the White House. And before that event, the National Park Service asked Greenwater Services, the company holding a $1.7 million no-bid contract to run the nanobubblers, to take them out. Two people briefed on the decision confirmed this to reporters, though both asked for anonymity, citing fears of retaliation from the administration. The Park Service offered no official reason for the removal, but the timing aligned exactly with the promotional gathering. Photos from that evening showed the pool looking clean in dark blue, no hoses or machines in sight. But by the time the purification systems were reinstalled roughly 36 hours later, enormous algae blooms had already begun spreading across the basin, turning the water a visible green. Once the algae took hold, it proved stubborn. Park Service workers tried dumping jugs of hydrogen peroxide into the water to speed up the clearing process, but the peroxide largely dissolved before it could reach the large clumps sitting in the middle of the pool. The result was a murky, green reflecting pool that stayed that way for about a week, a highly visible setback for one of the president's signature infrastructure projects. The reflecting pool renovation is a $16.4 million effort, and the nanobubbler removal is just one of several problems that have emerged. Contractors have used no-bid arrangements. Strips of waterproof coating, applied in what officials called American flag blue, a shade personally selected by Trump, have been peeling away. There was even a dead duck found floating in the water, though officials say it's unclear whether the renovation had anything to do with that. In recent days, the water has returned to its clear, reflective state. But the brief stretch of green served as a very public reminder of how quickly things can go wrong when routine maintenance gets pulled for a promotional event. That's the story from Washington. Thanks for listening.